Hey, good morning and welcome back to Woodruff Woods. Hey, today I'm just going to do a whole bunch of tasks around the house. One of the things I want to do, I have an area where I was actually processing some firewood. I'm going to clean that up, going to plant some grass seed, cover it with some straw. We're going to do that a little later in the day. It's supposed to be incredibly hot here today. Low to mid 90s, very high humidity. So, I'm going to try to do some more low impact stuff. Certainly keep well hydrated. But first, I want to show you something I'm going to do with my firewood business, which is Old Mountain Quality Firewood. I'm coming out with a product which maybe some of you have never seen before. So what I'll do is I'll turn this around. We'll take a look at what I'm planning to do for my customers. So last evening, I cut down an ash tree. As I've mentioned in other videos, the ash in this area are all dead due to the ash boring beetle, which actually, here's a good example of what the ash boring beetle does to the wood. It gets in between the bark and the main part of the wood, eats that away, and the tree dies. So what we have here is a round, which I've cut. You can see back into maybe a little more than 3/4 down. This is known as a Swedish torch. And so I'm going to take these rounds, I'm going to make them into Swedish torches. Some of them, like the one on top there, is probably a little too small. So we'll just split that up into regular firewood. But, what you do with these, basically you fill this up with, you stand it upright, which I'll try to do here just to demonstrate. And so what you do is you drop some kindling, some pieces of wood. I sometimes put sawdust down in there, a little bit of a fire starter, and you get a fire going in here, and you keep feeding it with small pieces of wood, and eventually this wood starts burning from the outside in. The chainsaw marks allow air to feed the fire from below, and you get a nice little torch coming up from the top. And you can use this flat surface to cook on, or you can just use it as kind of a novelty of something to do around the fire. I'm sure the kids would think it's really cool. So anyway, we're going to try a couple of these, going to sell them, see what people think. I'm going to ask them to let me know. I may even give a couple of them away just so people can give me their thoughts. But anyway, we're going to cut a few of those. I actually bought a skip tooth chain. I'm going to see if that's a little bit better than just using a regular crosscut chain. Ripping with a chainsaw isn't always the easiest thing to do. So anyway, we'll get on to that. I'll take you on up here where I was processing wood. It's a very small area, but you can see I've started planting grass. It started to come in here. I'm not sure what happened. And, as soon as I planted it, we got a real dry spell. I tried to water it, but I think over there it kind of died. Of course, I had to kill a bunch of poison ivy. Didn't get rid of all of that. And then I've got this area here, which I just cleaned up, and I got to get all this bark out of here. And I'm going to take the weed whacker, push mower, and just knock down these higher pieces of grass, seed it, put some straw over it, and that should be good. So we're definitely going to do that. I'm probably going to get into a couple other things today. It's actually July 6th. I took the week off, and some people say, geez, you don't relax on your vacation. Well, doing this kind of stuff is the way I relax. So I'm going to get started. Well, a little bit of a change of plans. After I was out there in the sun and cleaning up that debris for the grass seed, I noticed when I dumped it over here that, and I'm here in the what I call the mini wood yard. I noticed that it was all shaded here. So I think I'm going to take advantage of the shade and do a little bit of splitting. I'm probably going to cut a little bit. I'll turn this around, show you what I have here. So this is what we're dealing with today. You know, we got some oak over there, some ash. That's part of that same tree I showed you. We've got these trees here, and we got that big pile over there. So so what we're gonna do, and actually I want to show you a piece of wood. Actually, I want to show you this piece of wood. So the person who brought this to me said, oh, I cut down some hickory. And when I got here, I looked at it and I thought, well, that doesn't appear to be hickory, but I know there are multiple types of hickory, so I wasn't 100% sure. So I actually sent a picture to my father and said, what do you think it is? And he came back with either maple or ironwood. And I had thought maple as well, rock maple to be specific. And the more I've researched this, the more I think this is actually ironwood. So if anybody has any ideas, by all means, let me know in the comments. Let me just move down along here so you get a better view. Yeah, if anyone has any ideas of what species this is, I'd love to know, because I'm kind of bewildered on this one. All right, well, I'm going to get to splitting.